Legionnaire build. So for the first item, I'm looking at Pillar of the Cage God stuff, right? It actually has increased weapon damage per 5 strength, and this is very important as well. For our gloves, we will be using Hand of Wisdom gloves, and we do have flat lightning damage per 10 intelligence. This actually helps us to gain more flat damage, and together with strength itself, this flat lightning damage can be increased. Okay, for our staff, we will also be going for flat lightning damage corruption and flat lightning damage runes, storm runes in our sockets. Right, for our helmet, we are going for black sun crest. So this increases our stats and attributes by a huge percentage, right? So 15% increased strength, 18% increased dex, and 11% increased intelligence. Main stat you want for a Stormwave build is usually intelligence and strength. Dex is third in priority. So but if you can find something that's better at a cheap price, then you can go for it as well. So it's very subjective, but it's whatever you can find on trade that actually suits your build itself, right? The fourth item we are looking at is Moriel Invictus. So we'll want 5% increased attributes per rune or so called, and we want to have an armor that has 5 sockets. So this increases the amount of attributes to 25%, right? So all this does increase our attributes, it does increase our damage, does increase our survivability. Second stat you want will be increased max life per rune or so called, or you want 10% increase elemental resist per socketed rune or so called. That will give us a huge amount of survivability. It's whatever you can find on the trading website. So and if you have resistance on your rings or you have life on your rings, so you can actually prioritize either, right? For our rings, we are going with flat fire, flat lightning, right? Max mana, and also stats like strength and intelligence. Strength and intelligence are two of our most prioritized stats itself, but flat lightning, fire is also extremely good, and we want to go for that as well. I do have additional skill slot, and I do have lightning resistance. So rings like that are extremely good for stat stacking builds as well, because they just provide us with flat elemental damage right away, and these are extremely good for the build itself. Okay, and for our next ring, it's also quite similar. We are going for stats, we are going for flat damage and stats as well. So strength actually provides us with a higher amount of weapon damage, and intelligence actually provides us with more lightning damage because we have Hand of Wisdom. For the next ring, yes, we are going for very high amounts of lightning damage to attacks, and we are using attacks as well, so do not forget that we need accuracy rating as well, right? And then we do need max life, we do need strength, we do need intelligence, we do need a good amount of resist as well. And for our belt, we are going to increase all of these bonuses by 1.73 times, right? So our belt actually helps to provide a multiplier bonus to all of our rings, and our belt also comes with lightning resist as well. So and for our boots, we are actually going for all resistance. Boots are usually used for resist. We need rest on our boots, we need like movement speed on our boots, so we do use our boots for movement speed and resistance. For Amulet, the best in slot Amulet is Ascendancy, but we do not have that amount of currency to actually get Ascendancy. We will have to stick with an Amulet that provides us with accuracy rating, life, maximum mana, and all the attributes, dex and intelligence. And this is extremely good because it does provide accuracy and it does provide all stats. But Ascendancy is the best in slot. If you can get it for this build, your damage will actually increase greatly as well. So for Stormwave, right now we are dealing close to 100k damage, maybe 99k, and that will increase with our levels because our level is below 80 right now, so we cannot deal a ton of damage, but we are dealing a lot of damage. Right, this is our Ascendancy Gemling Legionnaire, right? So we are using enhanced effectiveness. So enhanced effectiveness actually doubles our strength, doubles all of our stats. That will give you additional accuracy and other things, right? So a lot of mana as well and everything. And with our armor, let's say we do have a 25% extra maximum life armor, that will actually increase that total by a lot. So we do have a lot of life, as you can see, 3k plus. So it's quite substantial because of our armor itself, right? And we'll go to the other side of the tree, which allows us to increase quality of gems, increase quality of skills, increase quality, and then, you know, increase quality of skills. And we'll go to this side of the tree as well. This is very important, right? And okay, so this is how we will choose our nodes for the skill tree, right? We'll go with the two-handed damage, we'll go with movement speed recently, and we'll go for all of the stats at the bottom. So increase attributes, right? Increase attributes by a percentage, right? Equipment and gems have, you know, reduce attribute requirements. That's very good, right? And for most of the tree, we'll be going for lightning penetration. Alright, attack speed is also very important. Blinding enemies on heat is also very important. You know, lightning damage, right? Chance to crit for attacks, that's extremely good, right? And we're going for chance to shock as well. And then, you know, damage penetrates, lightning resist. That's very useful. We are going for increase crit chance if we can, but all of these are not necessary because, you know, we do crit a lot. So if we do not crit recently, then we get a bonus, and that's not a very good stat, right? So we move on to lightning penetration, we move on to evasion, right? All these are extremely good stats on the tree. We'll go for all of the stats as well, like dex. So we do have a lot of attack speed as well, although we do not use that. We don't use dex on our gear. We can actually get it on the tree itself, right? And then we are going up as well, and, you know, we can of course get other stats as well. And a lot of other stats like damage bonus, increased critical strike chance, all of these stats will be prioritized. As I progress through the game, I'll prioritize all of the stats. All of the sockets are extremely good. You can go up and get resonance, and you can get power charges, and you can actually increase the amount of crit as well, and get more crit via resonance. And, you know, actually changing it from frenzy to actually power charges, and then, you know, and getting more damage just by consuming that power charge. And with like charge staff as well, we can actually use that charge staff like constantly, because we do consume our power charges. We can also use profane retro, right? So profane retro will actually give us power charges as well. So this is extremely good, right? So profane retro will give us power charges whenever we cast it, and it ends and it gives us a power charge. And this is like 100% of the time. We can use charge staff as well, right? We can use killing palm, flicker strike, but I will just use the skill constantly, because Stormwave actually kills extremely quickly, right? And Stormwave is like lightning strike. It penetrates like all enemies, okay? And a good thing about Stormwave, it's it doesn't pass through all of the terrain, but it does penetrate all enemies. It's not like a projectile, but it does quite a lot of damage. So our tree itself, we do have conductivity, we do have killing palm,
poker to fold.